There's only one that can do what Caitlin Clark did. Bring all those eyes. For pure basketball purists, there's nobody like her. On the court, what she did, and I don't know if you saw, Indiana Fever yesterday posted this clip of Caitlin, and the caption was just her accolades, and it took 5 minutes to read, and I'm like, girl, do you want to chill at all? She doesn't know.
Zero. And listen, I think this is probably the easiest decision to make.
After an incredible season that has already left fans and experts dumbfounded, Caitlin Clark is rewriting the rules for what it means to be a basketball superstar. She has outperformed herself once more, shattering records with her most recent accomplishment in a manner that no other athlete has done in recent memory. The turning point let that sink in. Clark hasn't even put on her sneakers for this one. She has won several of the most prestigious sporting awards, including AP Female Athlete of the Year, SBB's Business Athlete of the Year, and Times Athlete of the Year. She is on a winning streak that nobody can seem to stop or even keep up with. These awards cover the entire world of athletics, not just the WNBA or basketball.
So Caitlin Clark is the face, the head honcho of the WNBA. Quite frankly, I don't know how this is still in existence, but she is bringing butts to the seat, and that's all that matters. She's marketable. She got charisma.
However, not everyone is happy, as evidenced by Angel Reese's less than kind response to Clark's achievement. Reese doesn't just disagree. She's outright rejecting Clark's merited praise. Is there more going on here? Or is Reese simply unwilling to recognize greatness?
Not even close talent-wise, though. Let's keep it real, right? It's obvious she's jealous of Caitlin. Every interview, every tweet, everything is about Caitlin. I haven't yet to see Caitlin even respond to her yet. When we talk about, like, Angel saying that she had a part of it, I get what she's saying, but she seeked that attention, right? And then we did all this, that wasn't even to that team. She was seeking for it. She kept trying to find her to do this to her, get the attention.
Isn't the drama around Caitlin Clark's accomplishment unbelievable? This isn't just about another award. It's about a supposed rivalry that's causing turmoil everywhere. Let's face it, though. When one team is setting records and the other is more interested in following social media trends than on-court accomplishments, it's not really a competition.
Most of her attention she's getting, she's earned from outside of the game. When I watch her play, I mean, does that look special? You think people are coming to attendance to see some rebounds? Cool. So 11 points per game, that's the 5th highest on her team. Well, that's cool. So when we look at the attendance, like who's really watching the games, right? She said Angels team, right, in Chicago. And their attendance, 6,000, 6,000, 12,000, 9,000, 8,000, 8,000, and then 17,000. Whoa, why was it 17,000? Who she played? Who think she played? Caitlin Clark.
This tale has it all. Clark's unparalleled talent, her unwavering determination, and Reese's startling responses. It's understandable why the basketball community is unable to stop talking. But the true question is why Rivalry seems to be so envious of Clark's well-deserved fame. Is it jealous denial or simply a refusal to acknowledge excellence when it's right in front of her?
I tell you who is not marketable. It's this Reese, who seems to feel like people are going to games to see her. She's flabbergasted on why she's not being marketed. You go to this girl TikTok, Instagram, whatever social media she has. I did a little stalking, and you know what she reminds me of? Megan Thee Stallion. Yeah, that's who she reminds me of. Hot girl summer turn up.
Let's begin. Caitlin Clark's most recent accomplishments are not an anomaly. Rather, they are the result of a season that fundamentally altered the definition of what it takes to have a successful WNBA season. She is unquestionably dominant due to her poise and ability to produce when it counts. If you're wondering how she managed to pull it all off, don't worry, we're going to break it down.
But we just have to understand that when a transformational figure enters the fray, you got to pause and then isolate and compartmentalize and give them the love that they're due. And in this case, it belongs to Caitlin Clark.
Let's start by discussing Caitlin Clark's record-breaking supremacy, because in addition to setting records, she completely destroyed them in an astounding manner. There are 62 records total. Let it sink in that Clark dominated in only her first season. This isn't just history being made, it's a total redefining of what the WNBA can do. While breaking 1 or 2 records is the goal of most players, Clark completely rewrote the record book.
Like, it's been hard for me, but adjusting and just kind of have that mindset of like just moving on has been something I try to give myself a little bit of grace.
Caitlin Clark is box office. She is a star. If Angel Reese was older, I would have gotten on her about what she just said. Because I would have been like, how naive can you be? But she is young. She's only 22.
The best part is that her accomplishments translate into victories rather than just statistics on paper. Yes, Clark is a standout player on her own, but her influence has changed her team's entire course, which is what separates great from legendary. She was the driving force behind the Indiana Fever securing their first postseason berth in almost 10 years.
More history for the Fever rookie.
At this point, continue to be myself, and I think a lot of good will come from that.
And it goes beyond that. During her first season, Clark's impact off the court was as revolutionary, as seen by the incredible 500% increase in WNBA apparel sales. This six-fold increase was caused by Clark's extraordinary popularity. Not only did Clark sell jerseys, but she also made the WNBA a must-watch event, with record-breaking attendance. The league is reaching audiences it has never reached before, and viewership is approaching all-time highs. Clark is more than simply a celebrity. She is a movement.
This is a phenomenon. Caitlin Clark is a phenomenon.
Even sports economists are beginning to notice the Caitlin Clark effect. Renowned specialist Labial wasn't holding back when she called Clark a lightning rod for women's basketball, and she was right. Clark's influence is changing not only the course of history, but also the sport's future. Some have even compared her to Michael Jordan and given her credit for transforming the game's appeal on a scale that few could have predicted.
You know well enough that in 1984, when Michael Jordan came into the NBA, the ratings in the NBA were not great. Chicago Stadium was, a third full. He's getting the lion's share of the attention. The games are now getting all of his games are on TV. And he just was a polarizing figure. And Tiger Woods was like that when he went to the PGA as well. He changed the total economics of golf the same way Michael Jordan changed the financial economics of the NBA.
Let's talk about the numbers now, as Clark's rookie season is more than just a show, it's a gold mine. Her mere presence is thought to have contributed an astounding $36 million to the Indianapolis economy. Let that sink in. That's the kind of ripple effect that makes city officials and team owners smile, and it doesn't end there. According to Lav, the phenomena known as Caitlin Clark is responsible for the astounding $1.6 billion growth that women's professional basketball as a general is expected to experience over the next 3 years. Yes, that is a game changer.
I'm going to look at this the way I did with Michael Jordan. Now, she's not the Michael Jordan of her sport as far as athleticism, playing, dominating. But A'ja Wilson is the best player in the game. Not even a debate. But I'm talking about value now. Value to a franchise, value to a league, getting your team in the playoffs. They had the number one pick. They were the worst team last year. And there is value that I can attach to.
What does this all mean, then? In addition to being a phenomenon on the court, Caitlin Clark is also redefining what it means to be a generational talent off the court. She is attracting large numbers of new fans, converting casual viewers into devoted supporters, and generating an economic boom that the WNBA has never witnessed. This isn't just star power, it's transformation in action.
I'm talking about value. Michael Jordan was the most valuable player every single year because of what he meant to his team and what he meant to the league. And, oh, by the way, winning 6 titles. Can't argue with that. Caitlin Clark may not win titles. Las Vegas is still a great team. But the fact that she is doing what she's doing and at a very high level, it's now commonplace where she'll go for 26 and 12. I mean, those are great numbers for any player, no matter how long you've been in the league.
However, this is when the story takes a turn you would not expect. Although Clark's victory went smoothly, one name keeps coming up: Angel Reese. The media portrayed their alleged rivalry as dramatic. Showdown is a clash of titans that will live on in basketball history, but was the match ever really close? You might be surprised to learn the answer.
Not marketable because of the way you present yourself. Oh, look at me, I'm hot girl summer, high turn that girl turn. Like, go sit your ass down. People are only looking at you because you're competing with Caitlin. If there's a game, they're showing up for Caitlyn, not for you. Focus on your game. That's what you need to do.
With headlines and sound bites promoting their every move, the media couldn't get enough of the supposed rivalry between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, portraying them as two rising stars locked in a dramatic season-long showdown. However, as the season went on, people began to question whether this rivalry was real or if it was all smoke and mirrors created by the media.
You want to know why? Because she got that MJ mentality. She in there training nonstop. That's why she busting threes out. Meanwhile, you on TikTok.
When Caitlin Clark won Rookie of the Year and was selected for the All-WNBA first team as a rookie, the reality became abundantly clear. It wasn't just a win, though. It was a clear decline. The mic moment that broke down the idea of a neck-and-neck race, Reese publicly expressed her displeasure and made it known that she wasn't happy. Was Reese's indignation merely emotional, or was there anything more going on beneath the surface? She believed Clark didn't deserve the plaudits, and her response drove the internet into a frenzy, sparking arguments and splitting basketball fans worldwide.
What is your stance on that? So, my whole thing was like, when I got drafted, number 7. So I'm like, cool, like, the pressure is not even on me because I'm drafted 7, so the pressure shouldn't be up there. So I'm like, all right, cool, I can just hoop. So I'm like, all right, cool.
It's because you started killing it.
Well, yeah.
And they're like, oh.
I'm still a rookie. I'm still figuring it out. Trying to figure things.
This is the truth. Caitlin Clark is pursuing greatness rather than competition. She is focused on pushing herself to new limits and possesses the talent and determination to transform women's basketball, whether or not there is a rivalry. Encourage her on. Clark's indisputable skill on the court is attracting more attention to the WNBA than ever before. She is not only a player, though. She is uplifting the sport as a whole, motivating a new generation of fans, and demonstrating that women's basketball is a formidable force.
Reese, there's nothing that she does where you go, did you see her? Other than she plays really, really hard, and I liken her game to Moses Malone. Moses Malone was relentless. So it's not that I don't appreciate who she is or how she plays. There is no one like Caitlin Clark in the history of the WNBA.
Though Angel Reese may not have the same skill level as Caitlin Clark on the court, she is still bringing attention to women's basketball, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. After all, when was the last time 2 WNBA rookies generated this much buzz? One for her unmatched skill and poise, and the other for her antics and social media adventures? Whether you support Clark or Reese, the truth is that these two have given the league an unprecedented amount of energy and made women's basketball a hot topic. The internet is ablaze with heated arguments and highlights.
Her attention, her notoriety is based off Caitlin Clark. Because she wins the national title, first thing she does, she mocks Caitlin Clark. And then she doesn't even celebrate with her teammates. So she's made it personal with Caitlin Clark. Then she's played off of that.
However, she has made it personal with Caitlin Clark, and she has capitalized on that. She makes fun of Caitlin Clark after winning the national title, and she doesn't even rejoice with her teammates.
That skinny white girl was the best thing that ever happened to the WNBA. She's already the most exciting and entertaining player in the league, the entire league, the one you can't take your eyes off of.
However, it is undeniable that Caitlin Clark is spearheading the movement. Her sporting honors represent more than simply glistening trophies. They represent a revolutionary change for the WNBA. Clark's ability to captivate fans, dominate on the court, and create global buzz is nothing short of revolutionary. People aren't just calling her a star, they're calling her a transformative force, a player who has the potential to completely alter the league's foundation. She's not just breaking records, though.
Keisha Wilson is her name. Quote, "It doesn't matter what we all do as black women, we're still going to be swept underneath the rug. That's why it boils my blood when people say it's not about race, because it is."
Naturally, the spotlight has its share of detractors. Not all WNBA players are thrilled with Clark's quick ascent. Some basketball legends and veterans have voiced concerns that the intense attention being paid to one player could overshadow other worthy players and jeopardize the team-first philosophy that defines the game. This is a legitimate criticism that has generated lively discussions within the basketball community.
But now you're going to cut down 22-year-old Caitlin Clark, who has single-handedly changed the game, brought in millions of other young fans, old fans. How about the ratings in college basketball for her? Record ratings. And now in her very short WNBA career, shattering records. Isn't that a win for everybody?
Therefore, some people's motivation for pushing back against Caitlin Clark is fairness. Critics contend that other players who have made significant contributions to the league aren't receiving the credit they merit, and others fear that the ongoing attention given to Clark may create irrational expectations or obscure the teamwork that makes basketball so special. However, here's the plot twist. Since the WNBA is generating more conversation than ever before, all of this buzz, debate, and even controversy may be the best thing to happen to women's basketball in years.
What are we doing and why? Please stop. Let's celebrate Caitlin Clark, celebrate her greatness, celebrate her courage to keep pushing through.
This isn't just about Clark. It's also about what her success means for the sport overall. Her meteoric rise has sparked important discussions about how the league markets its players and develops its brand. Some people think the WNBA should concentrate on marketing all of its stars rather than just one sensation. But here's the indisputable reality. The catalyst that has given women's basketball new life and unheard of attention is Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark, you go, girl. Don't listen to these people. Keep going strong. Most of us are normal and have your back.
Not only did Clark shatter records, but she also raised the bar to levels the WNBA has never seen before. Her influence extends beyond the court, as she is motivating a new generation of players and fans who view her as the embodiment of what is possible in the sport. Not to mention that Caitlin Clark is only just getting started. If this is what she has accomplished in her rookie year, just think of the legacy she will leave behind. The future of women's basketball is brighter because of her, and she is demonstrating to everyone watching that the WNBA is a force to be reckoned with. Kayan,